Have you ever walked into a room, locked eyes with a woman for half a second, and then spent the next 3 hours wondering, was that a sign? Did she just flirt with me, or is my brain playing Call of Duty with my feelings again? If you've ever felt like women are speaking an ancient code with their body language, one that requires a secret decoder ring to understand, you're not alone. But here's the good news. Today we're going full Sherlock Holmes on female body language. No fluff, no guesswork. Just simple, hilarious and true psychological facts that will open your eyes to what women really mean with their gestures, stares and smirks. This is not just another video telling you she plays with her hair, she likes you. No, my friend. We're diving deeper, and we're doing it in plain English with real-world examples that'll make you laugh, nod and maybe facepalm at how many signals you've missed. So sit back, relax, and prepare to become a mind reader. Kinda. Chapter 1. The eyes don't lie, except when they do. Let's start with the windows to the soul, her eyes. Ever catch a woman glancing at you from across the room, then immediately looking away when you notice? That tiny moment is huge. In body language terms, we call this the double take and shy escape. Sounds like a spy move, right? Here's what it means. If she keeps glancing at you and looks away quickly when caught, chances are she's either interested or just trying to figure out if you're that guy from TikTok she saw last night. Either way, you've got her attention. That's step one. Now, don't confuse this with the death stare. If she's looking straight at you with her eyebrows slightly down and lips tight, you're probably standing in front of her favorite snack in the grocery aisle. And let's talk about dilated pupils. Yep, science shows that when someone's attracted to you, their pupils actually get bigger. But don't get too excited. Pupils also dilate when someone's scared, in the dark, or just chugged an energy drink. So maybe don't shine a flashlight in her eyes to check. That's weird. Quick example. Let's say you're on a date. She's talking, but her eyes are flicking between your eyes and your lips. That's a good sign. It means she's probably attracted to you, or she thinks you have food on your mouth. Either way, grab a napkin and prepare for greatness. Chapter 2. The magic of the smile and when it's fake F. Smiles are tricky. There are a million kinds, but today we'll focus on two: the real smile and the please leave me alone before I turn into a crime documentary smile. A real smile involves the whole face. Not just the lips, but the eyes crinkle, the cheeks rise, and the whole expression lights up. This is called the Duchenne smile. Sounds French, sounds fancy, but all it means is she's genuinely happy. Now the fake smile? Oh boy, that's the one you see at office parties or when someone says, "We should totally hang out sometime," and the other person smiles like they just ate expired yogurt. So how do you know if she's really into the moment? Watch her eyes. If her eyes are dead but her mouth is smiling, that's not attraction, that's social survival. Example time. You're telling a story, she smiles, laughs, even leans in a bit. Real smile. Bonus points if she touches your arm. More on that later. But if you're talking and she's giving you the closed-mouth smile with wide eyes, like you just told her your favorite hobby is collecting toenails, yeah, back it up. Time to change the subject. Chapter 3. The tilt, the touch, and the toss, hair edition. Okay, let's address the famous one, hair flipping. Yes, it's real, but context is king. If a woman plays with her hair while talking to you, especially if it's a slow, casual twirl or a flip over the shoulder, it can be a sign of flirting. She's drawing attention to herself and subconsciously saying, "Hey, look at me, I'm feeling confident." But if she's yanking on her hair like she's trying to rip it out, that's not flirting, that's stress. Please don't confuse the two. One ends in romance, the other ends with her Googling therapists. Another interesting signal is the head tilt. When a woman tilts her head while listening to you, it's not because her neck hurts. It usually means she's engaged and interested. It's a classic empathy gesture. She's opening up, literally. Here's a scene. You're chatting, telling a story. She's nodding, hair gently pushed back, head tilted slightly, eyes on you, smiling. That's not just politeness. That's a green light wrapped in confidence. Bonus signal. If she adjusts her clothes, fixes her posture, or touches her neck, those are preening behaviors. It's like when birds fluff their feathers. Except in this case it's, do I look good? Is he noticing me? I hope I don't have spinach in my teeth. Chapter 4. The legs and feet game. Yes, even her feet are talking. Here's where it gets sneaky. Most people never notice this, but feet and legs say a lot, mainly because they're the last thing people think to control when nervous or interested. First off, if a woman is sitting and her feet are pointed toward you, that's a very good sign. It means her body is engaged with yours, even subconsciously. On the flip side, if her feet are pointed toward the exit, well, she's already halfway to her car in her mind. And crossed legs? That depends. If she's facing you with crossed legs and she's leaning in, still smiling, that's okay. But if her arms are crossed too and she's leaning away, that's her body saying, "Defense is up, Captain, shields at 100%. Example alert. You're at a coffee shop having a conversation. She's sitting across from you, feet facing yours, maybe one foot playfully tapping. That's engagement. But if her feet are turned sideways and she's checking her phone every 2 minutes, yeah, it's not happening. Unless her phone is on fire, she's bored. Feet don't lie. They're like the silent tattletales of attraction. Chapter 5. The arm signals. Open versus closed arms crossed might mean she's cold or annoyed or thinking. But here's the catch. If she's smiling and laughing but her arms are crossed tight, she might still be holding something back emotionally. Open body language, arms relaxed, hands visible, facing toward you. That's gold. That's comfort. That's her saying, "I feel safe with you," which, by the way, is one of the biggest attraction triggers. Quick tip. Watch her hands. If she's using them while talking, she's excited or passionate. If she hides them or keeps them stiff, she might be nervous or guarded. If she's poking you with them repeatedly, she might be your little sister. Abort mission. Chapter 6. The touch test. Ah yes, touch. One of the clearest yet most misread signals on planet Earth. Let's keep it simple. If a woman touches you gently on the arm, shoulder, or knee during a conversation, especially more than once, she's probably into you. That's not a coincidence. That's a low-key green light. Now don't go touching her back like you're checking for a lost wallet. Respect boundaries. But do take note of how and when she touches you. Example moment. You tell a joke. She laughs, then lightly taps your arm while laughing. That's good. That's classic flirty behavior. Now if she punches your arm, well, maybe she's a tomboy. Or maybe your joke was so bad it deserved violence. Chapter 7. The accidental proximity trick. Let's talk about space. No, not outer space. We're talking about personal space, the invisible bubble every human has. Some people guard it like it's the last slice of pizza. But when a woman likes someone, that bubble starts to shrink. Real fast. Here's the deal. If a woman starts standing or sitting closer to you than what's considered normal, that's not by accident. Women are very aware of their bodies in social situations. If she inches closer, leans in, or accidentally brushes against you in a crowded room, you're probably not imagining it. And don't miss the hover. That's when she's not quite touching you, but she stays close enough that you feel her presence. It's like Wi-Fi, just strong enough to stay connected, but mysterious enough to make you wonder. Example, let's say you're at a party. You're sitting on the couch. There's plenty of space. But instead of choosing the open armchair across the room, she plops down right next to you, so close that your knees are almost touching. Bro, unless you're sitting on the only charging port in the house, she's into you. And if she leans in when she talks, even better. People don't lean in to speak to people they're uncomfortable around. They lean away. So if she's closing the distance, you've definitely got her attention. Chapter 8. Mirroring, the subconscious copycat game. Here's one of the most fascinating psychological tricks ever: mirroring. It's not just something narcissists do with actual mirrors. This is when someone subconsciously copies your body language because they feel a connection. If she starts mimicking the way you're sitting, sipping your drink, or even using similar words or slang, she's unconsciously telling you, "Hey, I like this vibe we have." It's kind of adorable, honestly. Here's a real-life example. You cross your arms, and a few moments later, she does the same. You lean back, and a few seconds later, boom, so does she. You sip your drink, and yep, she's sipping too. Coincidence? Maybe once. But 2, 3, 4 times. That's mirroring. It means she's feeling comfortable with you, syncing up. It's like a dance, except no one planned the steps. If she's dancing with you and there's no music, you're doing something right. Just don't test this by standing on one leg or moonwalking. We're decoding signals, not summoning confusion. Chapter 9. Her voice changes. No, you're not losing your mind. Did you know that when someone is attracted to another person, their voice actually changes? Yeah, wild, right? In women, the voice tends to get softer and slightly higher when they're speaking to someone they're interested in. It's a subtle shift, but if you're paying attention, you'll notice it. It's like she switched from ordering tacos with her bestie to talking to her crush in a romantic comedy. You'll also notice more laughing. Even if you're not that funny, sorry bro, she might laugh more around you than others. Not because she's trying to stroke your ego, but because she enjoys your company. And laughter is one way we connect. Example time. You're in a group telling a funny story. Everyone chuckles, but she laughs harder, looks at you while doing it, and gives you that little "you're so funny" shoulder tap. My guy, you're not Dave Chappelle, but in her eyes, you're doing just fine. Chapter 10. The eyebrow flash. Blink and you'll miss it. Here's a blink and you miss it type of body language, the eyebrow flash. This is when someone raises their eyebrows quickly, like a fast up-down motion, right when they first see someone they like. It only lasts a second, but it's one of the oldest non-verbal greetings in human history. Seriously, we've been flashing our eyebrows longer than we've had written language. If a woman raises her eyebrows when she sees you, especially along with a smile or widened eyes, it usually means she's pleasantly surprised or happy to see you. Mini scenario. You walk into the room, her eyes catch yours, and her eyebrows pop up real quick before she smiles. That's not just "oh hey," that's "oh hey." This might seem tiny, but it's one of those little signs that add up to a big picture. Chapter 11. The way she sits or stands around you. Body posture is powerful. The way someone sits or stands around you says a lot, even if they don't say a word. If a woman is standing with her hips slightly tilted toward you, or sitting with her body facing you, that's a sign of openness and interest. She's literally turning herself toward you, physically and emotionally. If her posture is straight but relaxed, shoulders back, not stiff, she's comfortable and at ease. That's a great sign. Now, if she's angled away, arms folded, phone out, and tapping her foot like she's waiting for a bus, yeah, her mind might already be somewhere else. Real life feel, you're chatting, and she turns her whole body toward you. Her torso, knees and shoulders all aimed like a GPS at your location. She's not planning her escape route. She's planning how long she can hang out with you without making it obvious she likes you. Subtle, smooth, but it's there. Chapter 12. She finds random reasons to touch you. We touched on touching earlier, pun fully intended, but this one deserves its own moment. If a woman likes you, she might find little excuses to make physical contact, even if they're silly. Like, oh, your sweater looks soft, touch his arm. Or, you've got something on your face, wipes imaginary lint that doesn't exist. These aren't accidents. These are low-key check-ins. She's testing the waters to see how you respond and letting you know she's comfy being physically close to you. Now, important tip. These touches are usually light, brief, and playful. If she lingers or gets more affectionate, she's not just into you. She might be mentally planning couples' Halloween costumes. Classic example, she laughs at your joke, then puts her hand on your shoulder while laughing. That's not just about humor, that's about connection. That's her brain saying, let's lower the barrier a little. If this happens more than once in a conversation, yep, it's on purpose. Chapter 13. She accidentally matches your energy. Ever had a day where you're all hyped up, joking around, and suddenly she's joking too, even though she was pretty quiet before? That's not random. That's her matching your vibe. Humans do this naturally when we're around someone we like or admire. It's called emotional mirroring. If you're being calm and thoughtful and she adjusts her tone to match that, she's tuning in to your frequency. She might even start using the same slang, teasing you the same way you tease her, or even copying your weird hand gestures. Yes, we all have one. Imagine this. You start saying a phrase like, "That's wild," and then a few days later, she says it too. Maybe even says, "You've got me saying that now." What she really means is, I notice you, and I'm syncing up with you. That's low-key adorable, and high-key a solid green flag. Chapter 14. The lingering goodbye. One of the biggest tells in body language is how a woman leaves a conversation. If she finds a way to stay just a little longer, maybe she lingers, takes her time grabbing her stuff, gives you a, well, anyway, with a half smile and a pause, that's not hesitation. That's her trying not to seem too eager while also wishing the moment would last longer. And if she adds something like, "Let's do this again sometime," or "Text me when you get home," buddy, she's not being polite. She's invested. Picture this. You say, "All right, I should head out," and she responds with, "Oh, yeah, okay." Long pause, then a little smile. That's not disappointment because you're leaving. That's her silently screaming, "Ugh, I was actually having fun." This is subtle, but when you notice it, it's like finding the secret bonus scene at the end of a movie. Chapter 15. The pretend not to care game. Last, but definitely not least, we have the reverse psychology ninja move, pretending not to care when they absolutely do. Some women, not all, will downplay their interest on purpose. Why? Because they don't want to come off as too easy or too obvious. It's like emotional chess. And yes, it drives guys insane. But here's the key. The body still leaks clues. Her words might say, "I don't really care if you go," but her body might be turned toward you, eyes soft, voice gentle. That's not indifference. That's defensive attraction. Scene example. You say, "I might not make it to that thing next week," and she goes, "Oh, okay, whatever," but then immediately changes the subject awkwardly or seems bummed out. She does care. She's just trying not to show it. Learn to read between the lines and the limbs. And there you have it. Some of the juiciest, most revealing female body language secrets that psychology has been whispering about for years. Now that you're armed with this knowledge, you won't have to guess anymore if she's just being nice or if she's actually into you. The signs are there, sometimes subtle, sometimes obvious. But once you learn to read the cues, it's like unlocking a cheat code to understanding women on a whole new level. But hey, remember, body language is powerful, but it's not everything. Always look at the whole picture. Combine what you see with what you feel. Respect the signals, and more importantly, respect the person behind them. If you enjoyed this breakdown of female psychology and body language, make sure to smash that like button like it owes you money. Subscribe so you never miss more mind-blowing content like this, and drop a comment below telling us which sign surprised you the most. Or maybe a secret move you've noticed before. And hey, don't keep all this knowledge to yourself. Share this video with a friend who needs help decoding the mysterious world of women. Trust me, they'll thank you later. Until next time, stay curious, stay confident, and remember, real attraction doesn't need words. It just needs eyes that know what to look for. Catch you in the next one.